So today we'll be talking about confidence. Hey, hello, my name is Augustus, and I learn about social barriers and norms to help people become their true self in life. So today you can tell my setup is a little different, but that's okay. We're still going to get things done. And today we're going to talk about what is confidence. Yes, confidence is one of these things that all of us really want, and sometimes we're like, how exactly do we get it? How did that guy become so confident? And here, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I have observed over time and maybe be able to help you, encourage you go out there and try to gain that sorts of confidence, because confidence, it's very freeing. Like if I'm very confident and be able to walk in somewhere, I don't have to worry about what that guy thinks of me or what that girl thinks about me, and I can just go and just be myself. And for it actually feels very nice to not have to worry about what other people think about you. So I encourage you, if this is something that you're struggling with, like maybe this can be one of the things that will help you out. So here I'm going to share 3 points, as usual, about my thoughts about confidence. So first, confidence is a feeling. So anyone can feel confident. And right now you're probably like, I guess that's duh. Like I definitely know what confidence is. Like that is so obvious. Can you tell me something I don't know? So what I'm really saying here is that right now you can be confident. You don't really need this like amazing car. You don't need the flyest shoes. You don't need an amazing purse. You don't need to look amazing. You don't need to be extremely attractive. You don't need house. You get my point. You don't need all these other things to be confident, because confidence is internal. You can have a person that just lost everything and be extremely confident and be very comfortable within themselves. Like confidence is something that you develop within. It's a core sense of feeling and the way that you see the world and how do you feel about yourself. That's what confidence really is. And when you have that in place, you don't have to worry about what that person thinks or what this person thinks. You know where you stand and be able to have that sense of feeling. It feels better than trying to worry about what everyone else is talking about you. So confidence is a feeling. It's not something like external where you're like, oh man, if I just earned a little more, then I can be more confident. Let me tell you, those kind of confidence, they fade away, because there will always be the newest trends. There will always be people making more money. There will always be someone that's more attractive. There will always be all those different things. So that will be the first point. Now the second point I want to talk about is confidence is when you really feel like you don't have to defend yourself. So confidence, it's pretty much when you get to the point where you feel like you're very comfortable with who you are. Let's take for example, let's say this person says, "Hey, dude, Augustus, your nose is humongous." I don't know if it is, but this guy says my nose is humongous. And if I'm not confident, I'll either be extremely defensive and be like, "Hey, my nose is not huge. Your nose is huge." So can you see a little bit? I feel insecure that this guy thinks my nose is big, and now I bounce back and attacking that person because that person attacked me. It doesn't feel good, and I'm trying to shoot him down because he attacked me. Because I'm not comfortable with the size of my nose, or until that guy mentioned the size of my nose. Or it can go the other way around, where if I'm a very like super proud person, and this person says the same thing again, saying like, "Hey, you have a huge nose," and I'll be like, "What the heck do you know about me? You moron. Get out of here." Like that can be my response too, and that's me straight up just attacking. But inside, I'm still feeling very insecure. I'm not really confident about myself. But when you're very confident about who you are, you're very comfortable. Taking the same example, when this person says, "Hey, guess you have a huge nose," at that point, it's when you feel like you don't really have to defend yourself, because you're like, okay, yeah, I know who I am as a person. I know my value as a person. I know the value of my nose, because my nose is just a nose. and I feel comfortable with who I am, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Do you have anything else? Or you can say like, oh, or the same things, and you can be like, oh, are you saying that to hurt me? Or you're able to not take offense to that and feel very at ease, very comfortable, feeling very comfortable with yourself. And that is the point of confidence, real confidence. Confidence isn't like bragging. It's not like, wow, you know what? I'm all this bling bling thing. You know what? I got the coolest, I don't know, car. Or like, hey, you know, I graduated with this amazing degree. Look at all my trophies. It's not that. And it's also not like, oh man, I'm such a I'm such this loser and I don't have anything. It's like, it's not self-pitying and it's not bragging. Those things are not confidence. So confidence is when you get to a point where you feel like you don't have to defend yourself, even if someone else is attacking you, because you know yourself so well. Another example that I want to share is when, let's say you're this amazing painting and like expert, and you have the Mona Lisa, and you know every single stroke so well that it's like you can pretty much memorize that exact painting of the Mona Lisa, the amazing Mona Lisa. And then you have this other person coming in, and he's gonna be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring in a fake version of Mona Lisa, and I'm gonna bring them both back, switch them all around, and have you go back there and pick the right Mona Lisa. And confidence is when you feel like, yeah, go ahead, do what you want, because you know the painting so well. It doesn't matter what they do to it, how they switch it around, or what kind of ever fake painting kind of comes in. You can just you can just detect it and be able to see that little flaws, and in an instant, you exactly know which one's real. And you don't even feel anxious. You don't feel anything. You feel at peace with yourself because you know that painting so well and it doesn't bother you. That is what confidence is. So hopefully that's able to demonstrate a little bit, those two examples. So now let's jump into more of the practical points of confidence, because this will be the third point. It's like, well, you just talked about what confidence look like, but how do you get confidence? Like, how do I become more confident? I want confidence. And from my understanding is confidence comes from trials and challenges. So what do I mean by that? What I mentioned before a little on the point 2 was that you have to really know yourself really well in order for you to be extremely comfortable with yourself. So with that comes from you asking all the different possible questions and being in scenarios where you're forced to understand yourself more. And once you're in those scenarios, you gather all these different information about yourself, that you know yourself so much that you don't need other people to tell you who you are. So, and that sounds kind of weird, but it's more like, let's say I go into a ice cream shop. Oh, of course, I like ice cream. So here, I go into an ice cream shop and I see all these different flavors. And I picked like let's say a coconut flavor ice cream. Coconut. So I picked this coconut flavor ice cream, and I haven't ate a coconut flavor ice cream before. I take some and I eat some, and suddenly I eat it and I didn't really like it. So from this, I start to understand a little preference of who I am. It's like, okay, I don't like coconut, and if I wasn't placed in that situation where I had a coconut ice cream, then I never would have considered asking this question if I actually liked it or not. But because I put myself in that situation, because I put myself out there to try to understand my own preference in this way, I found out that I actually don't like coconut ice cream. So can you kind of see what I'm talking about? Yeah. So that means you have to actually go out there and challenge yourself. Maybe sometimes reading an article and see, oh, what's my opinion on this? What do I think about this whole issue that's going on, or go out there and try, if you're feeling adventurous, skydiving. It's like, oh wow, do I really like it or do I not like it? Or going out and try out different foods, but relating it back to your sense of identity. Try to find activities that really resonates with who you are. You have to go out there and really continually express who you are, especially the core, something that says something about you. Like in terms of like your relating with like your values. That like going out to eat ice cream, like that's good. You're finding out things about yourself, but we want to learn about who you are. Like, what are your values? Where do you want to go in life? What do you stand for? What do you want to live your life for? If I see, let's say, you right now talking to you and say, tell me a little about yourself. What will you actually say? Can you confidently express who you are with an exact no hesitation? That's kind of the things I'm talking about. And it has to be done through trials and errors, through challenges, because if we don't put ourselves in uncomfortable situations, then we will never really learn and experience who we really are, or the entirety of ourselves. So that will be the third point. So one practical application that I will go about and encouraging you if you want to start developing confidence today is try and do something every week that you are scared to do. Like just straight up just scared. Yeah, I know that's a huge thing actually to do. And if you like really can't take that, then be like, okay, do one thing a week that you don't usually do. And this can be, well, okay, I want to go out there and I want to just talk to 3 random people. Not shady people, just, yeah. Or I want to go out there and I'm going to say hi to the the book clerk, just saying hello. Or I'm gonna go out there and go into a different city. Do something that you usually don't do, so you can start to expand your horizon and be able to see and engage and find ways to challenge your current self, especially in the ways where you feel like you're very uncomfortable, because that will help you stimulate that sense of how to build that courage, because you're constantly going against things that you are actually feeling uncomfortable doing. So once you have that muscle that's being trained, like constantly going towards something you feel uncomfortable, then when something comes in that requires you to be courageous, you're like, that's okay. I can take that. So that will be the application for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was confidence. And as always, we're all in this together. It's not about like, oh wow, that guy's doing so much better than I am. No, we all have different starting points. And it doesn't matter like how big or how small the steps are taken. It matters that a step is being taken. Because like you want to be able to have that sense of progression going towards the right direction, more than just comparing yourself with other people, because you just can't. We are all on our own different journey, and that's okay. So stay strong, stay healthy, keep your body working and making sure that you're doing well, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. And yeah, no, I'll see you guys next time. All right, take care. I keep burping. And one of the practical things that I'll be thinking